Hello everyone. Welcome to another lesson. This is going to be your lesson for 29th of April. That's Wednesday. So today we'll be finishing lesson 2. Hopefully you have understood yesterday's lesson because some of you had sent me the homework and they were right. So hopefully the others have understood it too, because it wasn't a difficult one. It's just that you need concentration and your imagination to find the surface area. Now, as I told you before, stopping yesterday's lesson to do question number 2 and 3 as homework. So first, before we start, let's discuss question 2 and 3 and do check your answers if they are correct or not. Now, yesterday I also guided you how to be doing these homeworks, right? So I had already named them. I already named these rectangles. So I think I named it this way. I'm not sure, but A, B, C, D, E, and I think I named it the same way. Okay, here they just wanted you to count the number of squares, right? So let's count and check how many squares are for A, means the area of A. Now, if you don't want to count, you can simply multiply because the length is 2 and the length is 3, 6, 8. So length is 8 and the width is 2. So 2 into 8 will give you 16 squares, right? So either you count them one by one or you multiply the length with the width. It's going to be the same. Okay, next is for B. That's going to be one. Like I'm going to multiply. I'm not going to count one by one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This way there are 8 and this way it's 4. So 8 fours are 32 squares. Okay, then C is going to be, again here there are 8 and this is going to be 2. That's going to be 16 squares. And D is going to be 32 again because it's 8 here and 4 here. So it's going to be 32 squares. And then E is going to be 1, 2. 2 into 4 is 8. So that's going to be 8 squares. And then F is also going to be 8 squares because it's again 2 into 4. So that's also going to be 8 squares. Now all that you're going to do is you have to be adding up all these numbers. That 16 plus 16 is 32. And then 32 plus 32 is 64. 64 plus 32 is... okay, my brain stopped working. 64 plus 32 is 96, right? 96 plus 16. 96 plus 16 will give you 112. So 112 square units is going to be your answer for question number 2. Just writing square units. Okay, so I hope you have got the same answer as mine. Now, moving to question number 3, I told you already how to do this. So let's name the faces first. This is going to be A, and I think I named this as B and the up as C. I'm not sure if I have named this A, B, C. It's okay. It depends on how the answer comes. Anyhow, when you add up finally, the answer is going to be the same. So first, let's find the area of A. Okay, so that's going to be, okay, I forgot to write the measurements. So if this is 7, the upper one, the opposite side, that is also going to be 7 millimeters, right? Now, if this is 3, the opposite side, that is this is also going to be 3 centimeter. Now, if this is 3, the side is 3, the opposite of this side is upper side, that's also going to be 3. Okay, why did I write centimeter? It's millimeter. Here also I wrote centimeter. It's millimeter. Fine. So let's find the area of A now first. Area of A is going to be length multiplied by the width. So length is 7 and then multiply by 3, which is going to give you 21 square millimeter. But we are not going to stop with that because we have 2 faces for A, the front and the behind one. So if the front one is 21, we have to multiply that by 2 because we have 2 faces for it. So that's going to give you 42 millimeter square. Square millimeter or millimeter square. Fine. So this is how you are finding the area of A and the behind one, which is the two faces. Now let's move to B, which is the side. So that's going to be area of B is going to be, the length of B is 3 and the width of B is 3 too. So that's going to be 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9. So is that it? No, because we have two sides. So this side and this side. So both of them are going to be the same. So either you add them 9 plus 9 or multiply 9 by 2. That's going to give you 18. Let me make it clear for you so that you will not get confused. Okay, millimeter square. Now area of C, that's we are going to see the top and the bottom. So first let's find the top. So the top is 7, right? The length is 7 and the width is 3. So 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. Again, 21 multiplied by 2 is going to give you 42 square millimeter. So the surface area of C is, the top part is 21. And then we have the bottom 2. So it's multiplied by 2, which will give us again 42. 21 multiplied by 2 is 42. Now what are we going to do finally? We are going to add up all of them. So surface area equals, we are going to add 42 plus 18 plus 42. So how much is 14 plus 18? Okay, 42 plus 42 is going to give you 84. 84 plus 18 is going to give you 102 square millimeter. Okay, so the answer for this is going to be 102 square millimeter. Hopefully you have got it right, because it's not a difficult one if you would have listened to my explanation carefully yesterday. Okay, so let's start with question number 4 today. Okay, now this is going to be the same. I don't need to be again explaining again and again. First thing you're going to do is write the measurements. So if this is 15, the opposite side of this is also going to be 15, right? So that's going to be 15 centimeter. If this side is 5, the opposite of that is this side, which is also going to be 5. So if this down part, the side part is 5, this opposite is also going to be 5. Okay, now let's name them. This is A, and this is, I think yesterday also I named the upper one as B, right? I don't remember. Okay, and this is C. Okay, so let's find the area of A. How much is the area of A? It's going to be 15 multiplied by 5. So 15 multiplied by 5 is going to give you 75. Now, will we stop with 75? Of course not. Multiply that with 2. Why are we multiplying with 2? Why are we multiplying it? Because we have two faces, the front one and the behind one, the one behind. So both of them are the same. So we are going to multiply that by 2. We will be getting 150 square centimeter. Fine. Moving to area of B, that's going to be, where is B? Okay, this one again. 15 into 5 again. So the length is 15, the width is 5 of that upper surface, also the upper face. So B is the first top one, and bottom one is also there for us. So first let's find for B. So that's again going to be 15 multiplied by 5, which is going to give you 75 multiplied by 2 is going to give you 150 square centimeter. Then area of C, that's the side. So we have two sides, the right side and the left side, right? So right side, how do we calculate it? The length is 5, the width is 5. So that's going to be 5 by 5. 5. Where's the 5? 5 by 5. 5 by 55. God. Okay, 25. Then are we going to leave 25 as it is? No, this is for one side, only for the right side. So for the left side also, we multiply by 2. We are going to be getting 50 square centimeters. Now, finally, we are going to add up all of them. So surface area is equal to 150 plus 150, that's 300 plus 50, which is going to give you 350 square centimeter. I hope you are not using the calculators. Never use the calculators. Never ever use calculators unless they are really needed. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to question number 5. Now, question number 5 says it's of course a problem solving question. So a cereal box is shaped like a rectangular prism. Now, we all have seen cereal boxes, right? Cornflakes boxes, Cocoa Pops boxes. There are so many, but I know only these two: cornflakes and Cocoa Pops. Okay, so always when you see those boxes, they are like a rectangle. It's a rectangular prism, but in a taller way. Not this kind of rectangular prism. It is like when you make this stand the other side, it looks like that. So the box is 20 centimeters long by 5 centimeters wide by 30 centimeters high. So these three are the measurements we are going to be using. What are the three measurements we are going to be using? The box is 20 centimeters long, 5 centimeters wide, and 30 centimeters high. Okay, so the length is 20, width is 5, height is 30. Now I want you to do something. I want you to draw this box with me, and I want you to show the box for me. You can name your box any name you want to, cereal box. So you will draw it with me now. Get your pencil, your ruler, no dirty work, you will not draw by hand. So bring your ruler and pencil. I'll give you quick half a minute. So quickly bring your pencil and sharpen your pencils and bring your ruler. I'll wait just for half a minute only. Quickly. Okay, did you get it? Fine. Let's start drawing the cereal box. Okay, and you have to show me, you have to send it to me on Edmodo to, I want to see what kind of cereal boxes and what is the name of your cereal box. You can name it anything you want. Okay, so let's start drawing. So you know now how a cereal box looks like, right? So first, draw a straight line. Okay, you will draw it here. Let me show you where you're going to draw it. You'll be drawing it beside here. Okay, I cannot draw it because this file I cannot draw, so I'm using that paint, but you'll be drawing it in this area. Okay, so okay, did you all draw a straight line? Fine. So again, we are going to be drawing, in fact, a rectangle, but the other way. So this is going to be okay. So this is going to be the rectangle. This is going to be the face. So you have to draw it like this. Come on, before I move on to the next one, before we move on to draw the next things, first draw this rectangle. Okay, then what you're going to do is you will be drawing, of course I know you girls are more better than me in drawing, so okay, you'll be drawing something like this for the side, two of them to the side. Okay, so once you draw that two, join them. Make sure only your lines are straight, else our cereal box is going to be something else. Okay, so it's going to be something like that. And then again, what you will do, you will bring down this line. Okay, and then you will join this two. But make sure that it is straight. Okay, so this is going to be a cereal box. Now you can write any name you want here, up to you. But don't write the names of the ones which we already know. So you can write any name you want. You can draw any, like in cornflakes we have the face of the chicken, and in Cocoa Puffs we have the face of the monkey. So you can draw anything you want here. So this is going to be your cereal box. Okay, now more than the cereal box, what's important is writing down the measurements. So they said the box is 20 centimeters long. So we are going to be writing this length here. So let's write 20 centimeters. Okay, so I can move it. Okay, let me write it then, 20 centimeter. So the length is going to be 20 centimeter. Okay. Uh, wait. This is the length. What am I doing? It's going to be 20 centimeter. Then they said the width is 5. So the width, that's this part, is going to be 5 centimeter. And the height, that's this one, is going to be 30 centimeter high. So if this is 30 centimeter, this is the height. This is also going to be 30 centimeter. Okay, so this is going to be your cereal box. Now the question is, find the surface area, of course. So I will do it here, I will do it here rather than doing it going and doing it there, so that I can explain it here. Fine. So what are we going to do now? We are of course going to write down all the measurements which we need. So if this side is 20, the opposite side is also going to be 20. So let's write down that too. Okay, so the opposite side is 20. Now if this side is 5, that's the width is 5, which is the opposite side of this. Opposite is up here, right? So this is also going to be 5 centimeter. Clear? Now if this height is 30, which is the opposite side of this, this is the opposite of this. All right, so this is also going to be this length. This height is also going to be 30 centimeter. Hopefully you have understood what I'm trying to tell you here. You just have to draw the cereal box and write the measurements. Okay, so we have the length as 20, width as 5, and the height as 30. So with the help of those numbers, we have named all the other sides too. So first let's name them, name the letters, name the faces. So this is going to be face A, this is going to be face B, okay, and this is going to be face C. Okay, so let's find the area. Area of A is going to be equal to how much? How much is the length? Is 20, and how much is the length is usually like, which is the longer one. So it's going to be 30 by 20. So 30 multiplied by 20, which is going to be equal to 600. Yes, I know they are big numbers because of course it's 30 and 20. How did you multiply? 3 2s are 6. There are 2 zeros. Just add the 2 zeros. That's why I always say, always use mental math, never use calculators. Fine. The next one is, we did not finish it. Now, is that the end of area A? No, we have to multiply it by 2. Why are we multiplying it by 2? Because we have two faces, one face in front and one face behind. So 600 into 2 is going to give me 1200 square centimeter. Okay, now moving to area of B. So area is side, this is the top and the bottom, right? So B is going to be, now length is 20 and the width is 5. Okay, so 20 multiplied by 5 is going to give you 100. Now this is only for the top part. So for the bottom part, again, we will multiply by 2, which is going to be equal to 200 square centimeter. Okay, then area of C, that's the face side C. Again, we have the right side and the left side. So C is going to be equal to, what is the length here? It's 30 and the width is 5. Usually we take the longer side as the length. Okay, so 30 multiplied by 5, which is going to give you 150. Now 150 multiplied by 2, right? Why are we multiplying by 2? Because two sides, right and the left. So the right is 150, the left is also 150. So rather than adding them, we are just multiplying. So 2 multiplied by 150 is 300, so centimeter square. Now finally, we are going to add all the numbers to get the total surface area. What did I write? Total surface. Okay, we are going to find the surface area. And over that, I made spelling mistake too. Okay, area is going to be equal to 1200. Yes, you might say, teacher, the comma is missing. Yes, it's missing everywhere. Fine. Plus 200 plus 300 is going to give you how much? Okay. So 300 plus 200 is 500. 500 plus 1200 is going to give you 1700 square centimeter. So the answer for question number 5 is going to be 1700 square centimeter. Okay, now can we move to question number 6? Okay. Darren is painting a wooden block as part of his art project. The block is a rectangular prism that is 12 centimeters long by 9 centimeters wide by 5 centimeters high. Describe the rectangles that make up the net for the prism. Now they want you to find the net. Okay, no, they want you to describe the net. So describe in the sense you have to say what are the faces there are going to be for the rectangular prism, and how long, or like what is going to be the length and what's going to be the width. Now if you want, you can draw it with me, okay, for a clear picture. Else it's all right, you can just follow what I'm teaching you. Okay, so I will again, this is going to be for question number 6. So Darren is painting a wooden block as part of his art project. So the block is a rectangular prism. So let's draw a rectangular prism first. How do you draw a rectangular prism? Now I'm going to draw it the other way, like the sleeping way. So I'll just make this a bit smaller. I'll use this. Okay. So okay, so this is going to be the wooden block for Darren, whatever he's painting, because they said it's a rectangular prism, and they also said that it is 12 centimeters long. So let's write down the measurements. So it's going to be 12 centimeters long and 9 centimeters wide. So wide means the width here. That's going to be 9. If you want, yes, sure, you are most welcome to draw it with me. Okay, 9 and then 5 centimeters high. So this is going to be 5 centimeter. Now if when you're drawing, make this a little bit longer. Why longer? Because this should be shorter than this. Okay, fine. So you are going to describe this. Now first describe the rectangular prism. So how many rectangles are there in a rectangular prism? There are 6 rectangles. You can write it in your own words if you want to. Okay, there are 6 rectangles. So they said describe the net, right? So there are 6 rectangles. Now how many are going to be 12 by 5? You have to describe it like that. 2 rectangles 9 centimeter by means multiply. 2 by 9 centimeter by 5 centimeter. Okay, this is the right side and the left side. So 2 rectangles by 5 centimeter. Let me make it a bit bigger and longer. Okay, so 2 rectangles are 9 by 5 centimeter, and then 2 are going to be how much? 12 by 9, 12 by 5. So 2 are 12 centimeter by 5 centimeter. which is 12 by 5? This one, this A, this usually we name this as A, right? So this is going to be 12, this is going to be 5. How is this 5? Because this is 5, the opposite side is also 5. Now what about the top and the bottom? So if this is 12, this is also going to be 12, and this is going to be 9, because this is 9 and this is also going to be 9. And 2 are 12 centimeter by 9 centimeter. So this is how you're going to be explaining. That's all. There is nothing else they're asking for. They're just telling describe the net. So the net is made up of 6 rectangles, right? That means when you open up the rectangular prism, there'll be 6 rectangles. So 2 rectangles will be 9 by 5 centimeter. Another 2 will be 12 by 5. That's the front and the behind one. And 2 are 12 by 9. That's going to be the top and the bottom. That all is the answer for this question. Okay. Now quickly let's finish off the remaining part. Now I don't want you to do this, correct the error. I want you to do this part. Okay, question number 9. It's a think smarter question, so you have to think smart. Fine, you have to say it's true or false. The area of face A is 10 square centimeter. So I'm giving you a minute. Finish this part and then I will tell you. Let's just discuss the answers. Okay, are you done? I gave you a bit extra time because in part D you have to find the surface area. That's why I just gave you some more time. Okay. Okay. So 9A, that's going to be the area of face A is 10 square centimeter. Fine. So here face A, you can count and check, or you can multiply and check. So that's going to be true because there are 2. So this is 2 by 5. It's 10 centimeter square. Okay, the area of face B is 10. Where is B? This one. Of course it's false. How can there be 10 squares here? It cannot be. So it is false. Okay. The area of face C is 40 square centimeters. So this is C. So let's multiply and check, or count if you want to, and see how if there is 40. So there's going to be 3, 6, 8, and then 5. Yes, it's going to be 8 5s are 40. So it's going to be true. Now the surface area of the prism is 66 centimeter square. Now you have to be a little bit smart enough, rather than calculating the whole thing and checking. See, if C is itself 40, okay, E is also going to be 40. We already know that there are 2 faces. So if C is one face, E is going to be other. So if C is 40, E is also 40. There itself, it's 40 plus 40 is going to give you 80. How can the whole surface area be 66 square centimeter? It is impossible. So sometimes rather than solving and finding it out, you have to little bit think in a smart way too. It is impossible for this whole figure to have 66 square centimeter surface area, whereas one whole rectangle face is 40, another whole is 40, so it's impossible. So that's going to be a false one. So with this we come to the end of this lesson and also for the end of the video. So your homework is going to be the remaining questions. That's question number 4, 5, 6, 7, and the next page question number 1 and 2. Okay, yeah, you can do it. Fine. So if you have any problem, you just take a paper, draw a rectangular prism, and then find out what, like how the picture will look like. Name the measurements. Then it will be easy for you to find. So until I meet you all in tomorrow's video. Take care of yourself and stay safe and do the homework.